Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. Big game today, because Chelsea have got Palace at Wembley. We'll be going through the match preview. What's going on here? What's my phone doing? We'll be going through the match. We're going through the match preview of this game, bulletins, the heads-to-heads, a little bit of stats and stuff as always. We're also going to be going through the team lineup as well. What we propose Chelsea will do going into this game. All of that to come ahead for you guys on GNA TV. Make sure, like I said, that you continue to smash that like button. Let's get them likes up, guys. We can easily get these likes up to 30 to 40 likes. Big up everyone as always as well. Before we move forward, let's cue that intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. Happy Easter to everyone that is tuned in as well. Big up everyone that's already in the chat. We also got people over on Twitter as well viewing this today as well. So big up everyone. Happy Easter on Twitter as well. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Lots of football to come today as well. Obviously, we saw yesterday that Liverpool beat Man City, which puts them through to the final. Who will be playing him? Is going to be the big question mark. A lot of people will put in Chelsea as favourites, expect Chelsea to go and get the job done today. Me as a Chelsea fan, I expect us to do the job. Expect us to do the job as well. No real excuses not to walk away from at least making it to the final. However, we are going to have to turn up. We're going to have to turn up against a Palace team that have nothing to lose. Literally nothing to lose. So people need to we need to be wary of them. We do need to be wary of them. I know there was notes about them potentially having injuries in regards to Oli AC, which is one of them. So we'll have to wait and see what happens from that. But big up to everyone, like I said, happy Easter. Happy. I hope you're also having a good day as well. And like I said, welcome and hello to everyone on Twitter as well. First time I've actually done Twitter. Usually we just do the YouTube thing. Today we are promoting on Twitter as well. Do you know what? Let me just quickly ping. I've got to do something. 2 seconds, guys. But let me know in the chat how you are. How are you getting on? Are you enjoying your break, or should we say bank holiday break? If you are, let me know what you've been up to. Also, let me know who's in as well. Let me know who's in, where you're from. If you're in the UK, if you're in America, if you're in where are you? Let us know in the chat as well. Right, I'm just doing something here, which I should have planned earlier. There we go. Big up to everyone. Let's see what people are saying in the chat already. Big up to 6 times. Says big up, Jim. Going to be a good game today. And also, what's your thoughts on the Liverpool versus City game? Liverpool absolutely destroyed City, to be honest. I didn't get to watch most of it. I saw some of the highlights as well. But Liverpool turned up and they got the job done. And I kind of wanted Liverpool to win, not going to lie. I prefer to play Liverpool than play Manchester City. So I'm looking forward to the potential of a Chelsea versus Liverpool final, providing we beat obviously Palace. And the final we saw against the Carabao Cup between the two teams was a great game. And I think if Chelsea make it, it could then again be another real challenging game. But I don't think any Liverpool fan, if there are any watching, would welcome the fact that they could potentially be playing Chelsea in the final again. Not after what they saw last time around, anyway. So, big up to you, though. Happy Easter. Big up to Christopher as well. Says, "Sup, my G." Big up to you, Gavman. Big up to you, my bro. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm enjoying. Just nervous for the Chelsea game. Like many people, I think there's a lot of people in the chat that are probably, slightly nervous. So, Poor Vibe says, "Happy Easter." Big up to you, bro. Ad says, "I'm new. I'm from the UK." Ad's it's just trying to be funny, isn't he? Untaker CFC. Big up to you, April. Nice to see you as well from Sydney. Big up to you, Chris. Chris was from South Africa. Big up to you from South Africa as well. Matty K. Mr. Matty's in the house. This is Let's Land These Minerals. Oh, Wayne, how are you doing, my bro? Hiking with Martin as well. Do you think we might underestimate this game? There is always that slight worry in the back of your mind. But I just feel that Thomas Tuchel won't allow them to go into this game with that sort of mentality. I expect us to go into this game in the right frame of mind. I expect us to go into this game not looking at the opponent and taking them for granted. We're going to have to be at our A game to break them down. And we're going to delve into that more a bit later. It literally could have all love from prison, is what Hassan's saying. Hassan, you ain't in prison, Hassan, yeah? You're lying. Please tell me you're joking, Hassan. Big up to Mike Green in the house as well. Nice to see you. But yeah, big up everyone that's already here. Quadruple. Oh my God, listen, Chelsea are going to have to save the world again. Chelsea are going to have to save the world again, by the sounds of it, and stop Liverpool from even thinking that they can make a potential quadruple happen. Like, man, it's gonna be painful. You know, it's gonna be painful. We have to do it. We have to do it. Big up to Gabriel and House says we are eating today 3-0. Big up to you. April says lads will be hyped for the game after hearing Ricketts news. Yeah, the Ricketts news, we spoke about it already. We done a stream on it. Great news. It's great that the fans come together on this occasion to make sure that this didn't happen. So yeah, it's good. I expect Chelsea to win today, but it will be tough. Yeah, I don't think it'll be easy. It's Chelsea save us all. Chelsea has to save the world again. We have to try. Party in with a sore red. Yeah, I can imagine, mate. I've got a bit of a sore red right now. Big up to Gavman. Big up to Matty as well. All right, so should we get into things? Shall we get into things? We have got, as we know, obviously we are up against Palace. And in regards to team news, obviously we do you know what? I didn't even look at Thomas Tuchel. Tired, to be honest, guys. Not gonna lie. I'm a little bit tired today. There we go. So in regards to team news, there is availability of Romelu Lukaku. I will share this with you guys for your side as well, so you guys can see what I am looking at here. So big up to Mason as well, gaming. Happy Easter, Gem, and Chelsea will win 4-0 and Mount hat-trick. Big up to you, my guy, as well. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, make sure you smash the like button. Please subscribe if you're new. And if you're on Twitter, please share on your socials as well. Let's let people know that we are currently live. We're on our road to 6K subscribers as well. So big up to everyone that's already in the chat already. But let's get them likes up, because I'm pretty sure we probably haven't got enough likes yet. 26 likes. We can easily get this well over that, guys. So let's try and get that done if we can. Callum says Lukaku will play and will score. Watch it, is what Callum's saying. I don't know, Callum. I'm not too sure on that one, mate. But looking at it, Thomas Tuchel's come out and said the following, which I'm going to get to in terms of injury news. So Romelu Lukaku was back in training yesterday. Let's see if he has any reactions or not. Ben Chilwell, Callum Hudson-Odoi are out still. Everybody else seems okay. So the fact that Callum Hudson-Odoi is still out, I'm still a little bit lost with that one. You know, he was back in training. Now he's out. Then he was back. And then again, he's out. There's not been no time frame to how long Callum Hudson-Odoi will not be available for Chelsea. We know Ben Chilwell's probably going to be back next season. So that sort of long-term sustained injury that he's had is not going to bring him back anytime soon for this season. You know, fully fit squad. We shouldn't have any problems. I mean, the only thing that I would say is probably the fact that we've played so many sort of biggish games of recent. And I think back to that Real Madrid game. Where, you know, they put in a fight. And like I said to you guys, very proud of what Chelsea Football Club did on that day. Stepping up, you know, scoring 3 goals, kind of running out of energy, maybe a bit of wrong tactics from Tuchel as well that got it lost. But, you know, that would have took a lot out of the players. A lot of people were saying, well, will he mix it up? We've got Arsenal on Wednesday. What will he do moving into this game? And I just feel that he has to play his strongest team today. This is Chelsea's last opportunity to win a trophy, for us to go and win a trophy. So it's very important that we play the strongest team and we get the job done, because that final against Liverpool was not only a big final for them because they're on the road to try and get a quadruple, it's also a big, it would be a big final for Chelsea if they could make it. You know, winning that FA Cup, potentially securing third as well. There's a lot of things that are sitting in the balance which will want to be counted for as well. So Right, who else we got here? So big up to Hafiz as well. He says win against Crystal Palace and lose against Arsenal. Well, do not be surprised if we play a very strong team against Palace. Come to Arsenal, we don't play a strong team. Come to that game, we end up playing, I don't know. He makes some changes, he rests some players. Because when you look at what Arsenal and Spurs done recently, losing both their games, you would think to yourself that Chelsea are looking at that going, right, third is kind of as. I feel that it is as anyway. But yes, it's important to get the 3 points, but I just feel that Arsenal and Spurs are far away from even getting close to where we are, which is in third position. Us going into that Arsenal game with a couple of changes because of this game, I think can be done. It's not to say that we can't win with them changes. It's just that we need to have a strong team. We need to play the strongest team possible in this game. And I would rest a couple of heads if it's a hard game. If it's a hard game and it drags on, we go into extra time, then, you know, he'll need to make them choices. Big up to Frosted Myth. He says Chelsea will win the FA Cup. Mark my words. Big up to you, Sosa. Big up to you, Marshall. Nice to see you in the house, man, as well. Nice to see everyone in the house as well. Always in the house as well. Big up to everyone. Over 45 people here, though. Make sure we smash the like button, guys. Let's get this over 50 likes as quickly as we possibly can. We're going to do the bulletin because we always do the bulletin. Then we're going to talk a little bit about the game last when we played Palace. We will open the lines and allow people to come in and have their say as well. We'll definitely allow you guys to come in and get involved on the game. I ain't going to the game. I did have 2 tickets offered to me, but the fact that we lost the last 2 games, I thought I'd take a step back. Not go to this one. And hopefully we just get the job done. When I told some people my recent results of going to Chelsea, they were like, Jem, stay away from the bridge. I'm sorry, from Wembley. Don't blame them, to be honest. Don't blame them whatsoever. But we go into the bulletin. Bulletin's here, Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. A little bit of history, stats, bit of news, whatever. We're going to go through it all now. So Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. FA Cup history with the Eagles. Chelsea and Palace meet for the 6th occasion in the FA Cup. The Blues have progressed in 2 of their last 4 ties. So out of 6, we've only gone through 2. One went to a replay as well. As you can see, look at that oldie picture. The first meeting was in 1905. Wow. When due to extenuating circumstances to relieve fixture congestion, it was decided to send our reserve team to play a 3rd qualifying round FA Cup. Palace prevailed 7-1 that game in 1905. We then caught them again in 1976 as well. The Eagles won the 3rd division at that point and won it 3-2 at the Bridge against us. Palace went to reach the semi-finals that was played at Stamford Bridge that year. They lost 2-0 to Southampton, funny enough, in 1976. Peter Osgood was playing that game as well. Chelsea versus Palace in the FA Cup. Here is the results right there for you. Since 1905 all the way down to 1976. Only 2 wins, 4-1 and a 2-0 win were in 1970 and, well, obviously the replay, which was back in 1970 and 1971 as well. What else have we got? Our last meeting in the FA Cup was a 3-2 win to Palace. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go through the team lineups for them, but the biggest wins are for each team as well against each other. Chelsea won 6-2 against Palace back in 1997/1998. Palace beat Chelsea 7-1 in 1905, which you already spoke about already as well. In terms of Chelsea stats, we have reached the semi-final of the FA Cups 12 times in 21 seasons, more than any other club in that period as well. Excluding these 3 matches, Tottenham's home game, Chelsea the Blues will play our 27th game at the new Wembley since opening in 2007. So it'll be Chelsea's 27th game at the new Wembley since it opening. The Blues have won 9 of their previous 10 FA Cup finals, which is a very impressive stat. This was at Wembley against against Kerry Dixon's Luton Town in 1994, Newcastle in 2000, Arsenal in 2009, Villa in 2010, Tottenham twice in 2012 and 17, Southampton in 2018, Man United in 2020, and Man City last year. Our only defeat came in 2013 against Man City, which I actually remember as well. That was peak. Thomas Tuchel is going for his sixth final since joining Chelsea back in Jan 2021. So a very short time of that. Chelsea are unbeaten in their last 12 matches away from the bridge since our defeat to Man City back in January. Which you got to think about was a very long time ago, guys. A very long time ago. The run comprises 10 wins, 2 draws, with an aggregate score of 28 goals scored and 8 goals conceded. Sorry, my microphone's gone a bit. I need to get a new mic. It's dying. It is dying on me. I broke it this morning as well. I dropped it. The whole thing fell off and broke and fell into 2. Over 60 of you guys here, 16 minutes in. Big up everyone that's already in the chat as well. Hassan, big up to you. Good to see you in the house. Kevio, big up to you. So it was me. Yeah, you can blame me. Guys, you can blame me for the last 3 games again. That's why I've decided not to go to the games. Olu AC, big up to you. Nice to see you in the house as well. Guys, continue to smash the likes. Let's get this to 50 likes. We've got 34 likes already. Hello to everyone over on Twitter as well. We are live on Twitter as we speak as well for the first time. So big up everyone that's... I'll have a look at that actually, see what's going on there. Yeah, big up to everyone that's actually tuned in over there as well. So says Chelsea better win this FA Cup. Palace won 50 years ago, nothing special. Mo saying that this trophy is a must win for Chelsea now. Rahul, big up to you. He says, big up, Jim, my brother. Big up to you, my man. Big up to you. I hope you're having a blessed Easter holiday. I hope you're having a great bank holiday weekend and a blessed Easter holiday if you are in the country that are having it. Chelsea's road to the FA Cup semi-final. Beating Chesterfield 5-1 in the 3rd round. I was at that game as well. They then beat Plymouth Argyle in the 4th round 2-1 in extra time as well. I remember that. What an atrocious game that was. I was at that game. 5th round, Luton Town away, won 3-2 there with a quarter-final against Middlesbrough, which we won 2-0 as well. People may say that is a blessed run to the semi-final. To be honest, it's about time. Usually we always get quite a sturdy, challenging, shall I say, challenging run anyway. Ollie Wacy's saying we can't lose another FA Cup final. Let's not put that energy out there. Big up to Kovan. Big up to Kovan as well. Artem's in the house. He says Spurs and Arsenal lost. Now I need Chelsea to win this, complete my weekend. Yeah, win this and then deal with Arsenal on Wednesday. Happy Easter to you, Chelsea fan, as well. Big up to you as well. How many goals have been scored for Chelsea and who scored the most goals? Lukaku does have 3 goals, guys. 3 goals in the FA Cup, more goals than anyone else. Timo Werner's on 2, in good form in himself, the last of recent as well. Ziyech with 2, one of them a pen. Alonso 1, Aspie, Christensen, Hudson-Odoi, Sal, all 1 goals as well. I don't really care about Palace stats. No offense, Palace, but we know you're 10th. We know you're in the semi-final. You got knocked out in the Carabao 2nd round. Their top goal scorers are Wilfred Zaha with 12. Gallagher, who we know is not available for today's game, even though Palace tried to get him to play. He scored 8 goals. Edwards on 6. Mateta's on 6. So you'd have to say, in terms of all competitions, watching out who to watch out for. Wilfred Zaha is on some sort of rich vein of form for his team at the moment. Most assists is Ollie AC. Whether or not he's fit, I am not too sure. There was talks about him not being available for this game as well. So we have to see what happens in the coming hours with this as well. Most starts all competitions is Mark Gay. Very, very impressive. Again, another player that Chelsea put sort of sold on to Palace and is stepping up. A bit like Tomori over in AC Milan as well. Most clean sheets, obviously, greater because he's their main goalie. So Palace's road to the semi-final was, I'd say, easy-ish when you look at Millwall 2-1 at home, beat Hartlepool 2-0. Stoke, they beat 2-1 at home. And then that impressive win against Everton, 4-0 away as well. Sorry, at home as well. Palace have kept a clean sheet in 4 of their last 5 games in all competitions, so they're not an easy team to break down. And when I think about the last time we played them, we're going to talk about that next, we found it very hard to break them. Very hard to break them down and, get the job done. And we're going to talk about that very, very soon. But guys, make sure we are smashing them like buttons as always, please. If you can do that, that would be great. Subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Please do that. Share on your socials. Share on your socials. What are we saying here? Patrick Vieira's had a record against Chelsea that he's lost his last 2 games since he's been here as well. And we're going to talk about that. Obviously, Conor Gallagher's not available, but the ball fraud is available for this game today. Anthony Taylor is going to be reffing this game with John Brooks as the VAR associate as well. Anthony Taylor is official for the 5th Chelsea game this season and first since early January. The others were all Premier League games against Liverpool, Man United, Brentford, and obviously Taylor refereed Millwall away as well for Palace. So the ball fraud is here. We are going to have to be on our A game because he's refereeing. Let's just be serious because we know what Anthony Taylor's like when it comes to Chelsea. You give him one little sniff of maybe a potential penalty, of maybe a potential yellow or red card. Give him any reason to just put his hands in his pocket to pull out of. We need to eliminate that today. We need to be professional. We need to go out and get the job done. And we can't allow. I don't want Anthony Taylor having to make too many decisions because we've been. I don't know. We've not made the right decisions, should we say, in many ways. Now, when we look at what Chelsea done last time round against Palace, it wasn't an easy game. We won 1-0. I remember this game. Hakim Ziyech coming round on the back post from Alonso cross and putting it in the back of the net in the 89th minute. So we've really struggled to break down this Palace team already. We did beat them 3-0 at the beginning of the season in August when we played them, but the most recent game was 1-0. When you look at the shots on target, 9 to their 7. Right, they didn't have any on target, but we have 3. 58% possession, which is normal for Chelsea Football Club to dominate. And when I look at the lineup of that game and how we set up in that game, we played a 4 at the back. And for me, going into this game, I think we should stay away from this because even though I think it can work in certain games, I don't feel that this team or this setup would work again against Palace. We struggled to really get in the game when we played them away. We kept the ball a lot, and we were too slow with the ball. We wasn't really breaking them down, and it looked like it was going to be a hopeless 0-0 draw. Thanks to Hakim Ziyech on the back post, who was in vain form. Now, if there's one person that does actually benefit from this system, is Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech loves playing in this 4 at the back system. But in recent what has worked for Chelsea, and you think about the last 2 games and how we performed with Timo Werner and Mount and Havertz and these people leading the line, the 3-4-3 works. And Reece James being back in the team, even though he played as a fullback in this game, could happen again. I think could happen again. We're going to be doing the lineups next after this as well. But to beat this Palace team today, we can't be lining up with this. We can't be lining up with this lineup. Now, it doesn't mean that certain individuals can't play. Now, Jorginho was in this team. Could he play again? I think he could. I think Kante may be rested. We're going to talk a bit about that later on. Do we need to have the 4 at the back against Palace? Really? I don't think so. Not when we've got Alonso, who's actually played well with recent, and Reece James, who can play in that position but also play fullback. But we've seen Ruben Loftus-Cheek being played in that position and doing a job quite well. Why it didn't work in this game was because we were just, even though we had the extra offensive player, we didn't really utilize it well enough because the balls from midfield were coming too slow again, too many touches from the defense, and I don't think they're very comfortable. We can play this system, but I don't think we're fully 100% confident in it like we are in the 3-4-3. I think the 3-4-3 is our system. And it's what's worked of late for Chelsea Football Club as well. So for us to stay away from that in this game is what I expect Thomas Tuchel to do. However, we know what Thomas Tuchel's like. He's very unpredictable, and anything could be set up. Big up to Duca as well. Nice to see you in the house. Rams is in the house. We'll see one of you lot at Wembley. Yeah, you ain't going to want to see us, mate. You're going to be praying to the Lords that we go out. I'm telling you now. Don't mind if Mendy or Kepa is in goal, but I definitely want to see Kovacic. Kovacic has been immense this season, hasn't he? He really has stepped up, and I just feel with Kovacic that everything that goes well for Chelsea in the way he approaches the game, his positiveness, moving forward with the ball, even his defensive capabilities, being able to get around the pitch as quick as he does. He's really elevated these levels this season. If there's one real good thing of coming out of this season is seeing the progression of Mateo Kovacic under Thomas Tuchel, who seems to have found him in a position that works. And I agree. I think Kovacic is a big player, a player that we would need in this game. I want to have a strong lineup, but we can't forget Arsenal. Yeah, but at the same time, Coban, not that I would say forget Arsenal. Kind of got third. They both lost on the weekend. They both got a game in hand on us. Do you know what I mean? Because of this as well. I think we've got 2 games in hand, actually, on someone. Maybe Arsenal. We are comfortable. I'm not saying don't take it for a thingy, but we can. For me, the way I would do it is you play a strong team against Palace. You try and get the job done early, and then you make your substitutions later, if we can, and then rest some people and then go again against Arsenal. If not, you still play your strongest team, and then going into the Arsenal game, you make some changes because we can. It's not that we were under massive pressure for our position in third, which is where I feel we're going to end up finishing anyway. So, at the end of the day, provided we don't lose at home, I still think whoever comes in should be good enough to step up. We won't change the whole 11, but what I'm getting at is that certain personnel may not play. You might not see Thiago Silva. You might see Christensen come in. You might not see, I don't know, Werner and Ziyech comes in or Lukaku, whatever. So I would just play your strongest team this game. This is a big opportunity for Chelsea Football Club to win a trophy, and we need to make sure that we get to the final. We need to make sure that we get to the final. No excuses. Stop it. That's a myth. He got an assist in semi-final and final at Wembley. Who are we talking about here? Should go with back 4, Malang Sarr as left back. I disagree. I don't think we should be doing anything, going anywhere near a back 4 today. Big up to Matt as well with his... Oh, my God, look at that picture. Is that Kepa's face on your face, bruv? Is that Kepa's face on your face? Guys, smash the like button. I've only got 43 likes. If we can get this as close as we can to 75 likes, I'm going to open the lines early and get you guys in. We're just going to quickly do the team lineups now as well, which is going to be the next part to this show. But I need to see them likes over 50. So let's get them likes over 50. Over nearly 90 of you here, 25 minutes in. Big up everyone that is already here. But let's get them likes up now. And we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Let's do that. All famous potential lineup. Jem, I don't mind you lot. I want to beat everyone. Yeah, no, I get that. But at the same time, I still feel that you just don't want to. I still feel that you want to stay away from us at the end of the day. You want to stay away from us. 2 over the Gunners, exactly. Yeah. 2 games in hands on Spurs and United, 1 on Arsenal, Liverpool and City. I'm glad the gap between us. So my Liverpool and City isn't mad, hated seeing them in the 90s with us in the 70s. Yeah. All right, fair enough. Big up to Trills in the house. He says usually James gives us quality content as per usual. Big up to you, my guy. We are going to do that lineup now as well. Mendy in goal has to start. Let's do it. Let's get into it. So I'm going to give you what I think Thomas Tuchel's going to do, and then I'm going to give you what I would do. And I'm hoping what Thomas Tuchel's going to do today is pretty much what I would do. Big up to Noah in the house as well, my man. Nice to see you as always. But yeah, guys, while I'm doing this, continue to get them likes up though. Yeah, let's get this over 50 likes. We're at 50 now. So yeah, let's get to 75 likes. Right. Who goes in goal? Because lots of people were saying that Kepa deserves his opportunity. I know Matt's in the chat as well. Could Mendy potentially be rested for this game? Could this happen in a semi-final? What do I think Tuchel's going to do? I'm going to take my side out of it because I'm not thinking about what I would do at this moment in time. I'm going to think about what Tuchel's going to do today. And that's very hard to predict. Let's get it right. It can be very, very hard to predict. I think Thomas Tuchel will play Edouard Mendy. And I just feel that in big games like it is today, I would be more comfortable in seeing Mendy play this one and then against Arsenal see Kepa come in. But I still don't think that will happen. But I'm just saying, if I had to choose, that is how that is how I would play it. That's definitely how I would play it. 100,000,001%. So Mendy starts for me in goal today, 100%. I don't see why he wouldn't. I think we have to make sure that he continues to play and tries to grow in form, because at the moment he has had a little dip of form, and that's not good enough for Edouard Mendy. So let's see what happens. No Mendy in goal. No Mendy in goal. I'm sorry, but I want to see Kepa, is what Kovan's saying. I don't want to see Kepa. Jim, you have only beaten Liverpool twice in the last 10 meetings. We aren't afraid of Chelsea. You are. Because I could remember at least 4 of these games that we've recently played you where you've beaten us with 10 men. And when we have had 11 men, I don't remember many times where you have beaten us. So I don't think you do want to play us. I don't think Klopp likes playing Chelsea because of the way we play the game. But we move anyway. That's I'm not even talking about Chelsea Liverpool because we've got to beat Palace before we can even think about that. I don't want to see Kepa. No, Mendy has to start both games against Arsenal and Palace, is what Oli Wasey's saying. Noah is saying, big up, Jim, mate. I hope both of our players understand this derby. Yeah, I agree. Jim's having BB trouble again. BB trouble again. What's BB? What do you mean? Gary, tell me. Is there something wrong? What's BB? Am I going brain dead right now? I'm brain dead right now. Anyway, let's go into the back four, the back three, because I think it will be a three at the back. I don't see why Tuchel would play a back four in this game. Rudiger has to play. He was immense against Real Madrid last time game round as well. For me, he has to play, and he's again in form. You have to play your best plays. He's a leader on the pitch, off the pitch, and Chelsea really need, once they get this owner situation sorted, to look at someone like. Can you not hear me? Is my microphone not clear? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, or if you can't hear me, because it is playing around. What about now? Is that better? Can you hear me now? Ah, cool. No problem. I just thought it was my microphone. I do need to get a new microphone. Mendy needs to start because you need your best keeper for derby days. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Mendy needs to start. Big up to George Foot in the house as well. Good, guys. Sorry, I wasn't sure if people could hear me or not. So Rudiger has to play. We know how important Rudiger is. He's a leader on and off the pitch. Again, we could play Malang Sarr. You could potentially play Christian there, but why? Why? This is a semi-final FA Cup. I want to see us take it serious today. I want a strong team lineup, and I want us to go out there. I want us to get the job done. I want us to go out there and get the job done. So, who are we putting in the middle? Because we have got Andreas Christensen, who hasn't featured as of recent. Can Thiago Silva come in and play? I believe so. And I do think Thiago Silva is going to play today. This is a game that, again, you need your best players in. Thiago Silva and Rudiger, for me, are our 2 best defenders by far. The big question mark is the fullback position, because what do we do here? Do we play Reece James? Do we play Aspie? Do we play Christensen? Remembering that Zaha, in all competitions, has scored 12 goals this season, is their most informed player as well. What is it that you guys would like to see Thomas Tuchel do today? I think, and I'm only going to go on what I think Thomas Tuchel's going to do so far. I think you will see Reece James play here again. I feel that Thomas Tuchel is slowly starting to push Reece James into this position for the long term, and he's doing it slowly and surely. I don't think you'll see much of Reece James here in the future. I think the future is here. I think he feels that his ability to be able to defend, be strong, get forward, because he can do that as well, is where he wants him to be as an all-rounded sort of right centre back. In this position, he can do both, but he's more licensed to go forward. When he's sitting here, he's asked to defend, and we saw what he did to Vinicius on the yellow card, which was very impressive. So I would say you see Reece James go in there, I think, is what Thomas Tuchel was going to do. So Trevor, right centre back. Forgot about Trevor Chalobah. Again, I don't see him coming into this game, though. I don't see him coming into a game like this. AC, is Chalobah fit? Play Christensen, Aspie. I think James will start to play right centre back or right back. But I think Tuchel will look at Zaha and want to eliminate his threat. So if you're going to try and eliminate the threat of Zaha, then you're going to need, you're going to need someone that can deal with that and contain that. And I just think Reece James has it on him. But at the same time, I do think Christensen can do that. I do think that maybe potentially even Aspie can even think of defending that as well. So look, this is what I think Tuchel's going to do. This is what I think Tuchel's going to do, and then I'm going to show you what I would do moving into this game as well. When he has 5 goals, and because that's not sustainable. That's not sustainable for me personally. I mean, he might be able to. I just don't know whether James could sustain that consistently going through his career in that position. You know, he could create more for sure. Could he score 5 or in 6 games and whatever consistently? Probably not. I'm not too sure what the future holds, but we need to bear in mind that Andreas Christensen's leaving. Aspilicueta's getting older. Who else will go in there? We get Jules Koundé, cool. But then what happens when Silva leaves? So yes, Reece James will play as a right wing back, but I do think you'll see him slowly being pushed into a right centre back position as well. So we'll have to see how it all goes from there. Yeah, I think Tuchel's going to do it again. This is why I'm saying it. I genuinely think Tuchel's going to do what he did against them. I think he's going to play Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I think he's going to play James. And even though it was quite a draining game, the Madrid game, I think he'll look at this game and want to play strongest team. I keep saying this. For Arsenal, I can see changes. For Arsenal, I can see changes because of what they did on the weekend. What they did on the weekend in losing both Arsenal and Spurs has actually kind of allowed Chelsea to play a stronger squad today for me. Because we do need to go out and get this done. Who plays left wing back? For me, Alonso. You know, Alonso plays this game. I am playing what I think is going to be the strongest team. Now, I don't think it will be the split in same. I don't think it will be completely the same team. I think Kovacic will play today. He has to. He's been so important. He's probably been one of our best players by far. Has to start this game. Fofana looks good recently. Still fast. Yeah. No, I don't think back 4. I don't think back 4 is happening, mate. If he gets more consistent, that means he will hit double digits. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know, Seb. I get what you're saying. It can happen. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if Tuchel sees it like that. I agree with what Jonathan's saying here. I think Kovacic and Jorginho will come in. Bear in mind, this is what I think Tuchel's going to do anyway. Yeah, I think Jorginho will play this game. I think Kante will be rested, and I think you'll see Jorginho and Kovacic pull in. I think Jorginho will sit deeper. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I don't know what's going on today. StreamYard is glitching like a bitch. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened there. Can you hear me now? Are we all good? Yeah? Yes. All right, cool. So what I was saying is what I was basically saying is Romelu Lukaku plays against Arsenal, doesn't play today. Listen, and the other thing I said was this could be the complete opposite. He could play the 4 at the back. You could see Lukaku play. You could see Ziyech play. But I just feel we have to play our strongest team. What is our strongest team at the moment for me on paper? This team. This is Chelsea's strongest team on paper. Yeah, you can do that if you want. You know, we will have to crowd out the midfield, win the midfield battle, and then use Werner and Havertz and Mount to just sort of play off them and Havertz to drop in and whatever at a late stage. This is what I think Thomas Tuchel's going to do. That's what and to be honest, this is what I'm hoping he's going to do. Now, what would I do different to this if it was me personally? I would play Reece James here. I'd let Ruben rest, and I'd play Christensen. Where is that crusty? There he is. This is what I would do. This would be my lineup. I'd throw Christensen in. I'd drop Ruben Loftus. Not that I don't think Ruben Loftus-Cheek deserves to play, because I think there was a split sort of feeling in regards to the way Ruben played against Real Madrid. Now, I don't think he was particularly great, but at the same time, I don't think he was particularly bad. I actually thought he was better in the game before that. Was it Southampton? Top of my head. I think it was. I can't remember. I think it was Southampton. Anyway, the game before that, he was very good. But in the Real Madrid game, he was less ineffective. I think Reece James playing here with Mount, linking up with him down here, Havertz, who we know will come out wide, and link up with Werner, being more of the central role. So I think Werner is going to be more central. And this is the thing I said about Timo Werner. Listen, his attitudes change. He looks more composed in front of goal. I'm hoping he can continue his form today. I hope he can. Really do. Works hard and, running around, getting involved. That's what we want to see. And if he can continue scoring important goals, maybe he don't go anywhere. Maybe he changes it for. Maybe he does want to be here. Who knows? Who knows, eh? But it could be more like this, with Mount and Havertz sort of sitting behind and helping Kovacic and Jorginho here when we're out of ball, and Werner just pressing all around. Now, I hated the fact that Timo Werner was even A9 when we used to use him. I just didn't think it worked. But in this way that he's playing at the moment, and with Mount and Havertz, the energy behind him, or the three of them with the energy behind them, it's worked very, very, very well. Very, very well for me. We are going to open up the lines as well, guys. Get you guys in, give you guys the opportunity to have your say. We're about 45 minutes in, but we've only got 59 likes. Everyone smash that like button now. Let's get them likes up. Let's get this to 75 likes. And then the link will go in the chat. And we can start talking to some of the panel. Let's get that panel in to see what they've got to say as well. Do you agree with my team lineup? Do you disagree with my team lineup? Tell me your thoughts and opinions on this lineup as well. I could have gone Wembley. I didn't go. Maybe for the best for everyone else that I didn't go. But yeah, it's this is what I think. This is what I want to see. What I think Tuchel's going to do is play Reece James in that position. We've already spoke about that already. This team's good enough to beat Palace. I want to see energy. I want to see pressing. I want to see people working hard. I want to see a performance. I want to see that performance. How many likes have we got? We've got 61 likes, guys. Come on, another 14 likes. Give me another 14 likes right now. Over 120 of you here as well. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Dominic Carney saying, I agree with the lineup. Big up to you, my guys. Well, Daniel's saying you don't believe you are a Christian. No, I don't. But it is very weird that the last 2 games that I've been to, we've lost. Snappy. I like how Timo can send in crosses with either foot. Just looks more composed. He looks more consistent. He looks more hungry. He looks more... Yeah, he just looks better, is the word. He just looks better. 65 likes. We're 10 away. We're 10 away. Can we get him up? To be fair to Ruben, he's still adapting to that role. But is that his position, Gary? Is that Ruben's position moving forward? Or are we just trying to find him a position to get him in the team? Because I just don't see him as... I don't see his... I see him in a 6. I don't think his positional awareness is good enough in that position. I think Ruben Loftus-Cheek's position as a right wing-back is the same issue. He'll give you what you need to go forward, and that works. That's cool. But being able to positionally be in the right position when you're out off the ball is what worries me with Ruben Loftus-Cheek. That's what worries me with Ruben Loftus-Cheek massively. Big up to Deals in the house as well. Nice to see you, my man. Nice to see you. We've got 69 likes, guys. We are 6 away. 6 away. Once we get to that 75, the links are going in the chat. It's over 115 of you here. So please hit the like button. I'm watching that like. I'm waiting for that 5. I got 5 on it. I mean, don't sing like that. You don't want to hear me sing, man. Not the way I feel at the moment. Big up to Deals as well. Rest Havertz, man. No, why? You don't rest your best players in big games, Avi. This is a big game. I'm not starting Lukaku. Lukaku can play against Arsenal. Lukaku can play against Arsenal. I wouldn't start Chalobah because he's not even played enough games. Why would we want Chalobah to come into this game? We're 4 away. 4 away from the Magic. 3 away from the Magic 75. 3 away. I wouldn't start him. I don't think he's ready for this. Listen, if Reece James isn't playing there, I think even Christensen gets in front of Chalobah at the moment. I think Aspie would even have a shout if he's fit for the leadership qualities. So I don't know. I just feel that Chalobah at the moment hasn't played enough game. He could play against Arsenal. Why not? Play back three, put Chalobah in. Put Christensen in the middle. Play Rudiger if he wants, or Sarr. You can mix it around. You know what I mean? We have a fit squad. We're only missing Chilwell and Callum Hudson-Odoi. That is literally it. So we are 4 likes away, guys. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Come on. 4 away from 75. Like the stream, people. Like Gavman's saying. It takes 2 seconds. That little fun. Subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. If Lukaku can't shine in a game like this, I don't know, man. Last time Lukaku played against Palace, we won 1-0 and Ziyech scored in the 89th minute. And he got pocketed the whole game by Anderson. People forget. Anderson and Gay. He was non-existent. I don't need that. I think Werner will give him a bit more of a different problem, in running in behind in spaces. Jem, aren't you afraid of tiredness of the squad after playing 120 minutes? No, not really. I mean, it can be a factor, don't get me wrong. And this is why I say against Arsenal, rest players. But in a game like this, I'm sorry. I'm not really looking at tiredness right now. We need to go and get the job done. This is another opportunity. Last opportunity for Chelsea to win a trophy. 2 away from 75 likes, people. Smash that like button now. The link will come in the chat. Get you guys involved. Panel to come on and have their say as well. So let's get the panel in. Let's get the panel in, shall we? Let's get the panel in. There we go. There is the link. Link is in the chat. Werner and Mount are on form. Why rest them? Exactly. There is no reason not to rest them. Tuchel's not giving him game time. That's really worrying. He was supposedly injured. He hurt his neck from that header against Real Madrid. I don't really know what to say. To be honest, you could lose to Arsenal, so they ain't catching you anyway. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We've got that gap. We've got 2 gaps. We've got 2 games on them. We've got 1 game on United, I think it is. We've got space. We got space, man. But still, I don't want to lose to him. Pulisic is vicious against Palace. Yeah, but he's not been vicious in form, is he? He can come on in the second half. Ziyech can come on in the second half. Chalobah can come on in the second half. You can change it. Take all your best players off, but get the job done. Brian, that says, to be honest, you could just lose to Arsenal. They ain't catching you anyway. Exactly. Top 4 is the main focus, not FA Cup. But why would we not get third? Why would we not get third? Who's this?
It's
Hello?
me, man. It's me again, bro.
Who is this?
Noah, man.
Noah, what's happening, man?
I'm dreading Wednesday night, man.
Why?
It could be a crucifixion, man.
Why? What are you worried about?
Chelsea, man. This is the derby I'm least looking forward for, man, because we're getting battered, man. And boy,
we're getting battered by Arsenal. Did you say?
No, Arsenal are getting battered by you.
Oh yeah, 100%. Arsenal will get it. Listen, Arsenal are going to get what they deserve anyway. Listen, like I keep saying to you, I feel like this game's more important than the Arsenal game personally for me. But it's not to say that we won't play a strong team again.
This should be a foregone conclusion, man. Palace ain't on your level, man. You should be beating Palace on paper, man. Come on.
It doesn't
Shout
matter.
out Vieira, my boy, but Palace need to get slapped in. It's bound to be due, man.
That doesn't matter because at the end of the day, people forget that Palace have got nothing to lose today. They're not going to just sit there and take a beating. They're going to go for it. Like, we need to be on our A game. And people don't forget how important this game is. People just say, it's only Palace. It's only Palace. We beat them 1-0 last time round, and that was because Ziyech scored in the 89th minute. We didn't break them down. Do you know what I mean? Like, I need my strongest team out. Like, I don't really care about the Arsenal game at this point.
And
this
it's
is
an
our last
opportunity
opportunity
to win a trophy as well, man. After a short season in a way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Matt, what you saying, my man?
Big up, Matt.
Yeah, big up Jim, big up Noah as well in the call as well. Yeah. But looking at the Palace game, I said I think it's gonna be a very hard game. Our players are obviously better than their players in all aspects, but Palace are a fantastic team. They don't look on paper they're 13th, but they're a really fantastic team when they're underdogs. You know, it's going to be a harder game than Arsenal. You know, I obviously think, you know, us against Arsenal, I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. I think this is a major problem. Obviously, us winning our last domestic trophy for the season, so I think it's a must win. And, you know, when Chelsea are underdogs, we do play better as well. So I do think this game will be harder than if we ever played Liverpool in the final. But, you know, with the lineup, I want Havertz and Silva to start. I really want them to start, but I'm a bit concerned. Silva especially, you know, he's played so much. Last game he was there, but it wasn't all there. But I think we have to Havertz as well. I don't want to see Lukaku, but will we have to see Lukaku again? 120 minutes for Havertz. I'm just worried. I'm not saying let's not start him. I'm just worried on the point. I did say Lukaku my starting lineup because I'm a bit worried, but we'll see how that happens. And man, keeper, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't want to see Mendy on that pitch. Kepa has 100% start over Mendy.
Why?
Mendy cannot be
Why?
starting
You
this
got to
game.
get this thing out your head. Why does Kepa
No,
need
it's
to
not,
start
Jim.
it?
Jim, it's not.
You got to get
When
you got
Mendy's
to get this out your head.
when Mendy's making these
Jim,
mistakes, I'm not saying to drop him, man. But when he's making these mistakes, hang on. When he's making these mistakes,
he
no.
always delivers, man.
He's not
never
world
lets
class.
you
People
down,
calling him
man.
world
He
class
is world
is a
class.
joke. He's not
He
world
is world
class.
class.
It's a
Stop
joke.
this. Stop this. He is
Anyway,
world
hang
class.
on. Let me explain. Because we've seen it so many times. He makes these mistakes. I'm not justifying that Kepa should be number one. This that. Mendy's our number one keeper.
But
This is the Kepa Cup, though. This is where he plays well. He plays well in these cups. I would prefer
he
Kepa
rarely
start this game
makes
because
mistakes,
Mendy
though.
hasn't been on
But
form.
he does rarely make mistakes, man. But
Have you not seen Mendy's
Gem as
mistakes
well.
he's made? Mendy's
And Gem,
mentally
like, he wins you
tired. If
15
he can,
points a
hang on,
season,
wait,
man.
hang on.
Right, Jim.
Because let me finish my
No,
point,
let
and
him finish.
then you can go on.
Finish.
Because the thing I'm saying about Mendy, he makes mistakes as well, but people don't assume he makes mistakes. When I'm saying Mendy shouldn't start, is because Kepa needs to come in and be the rotational keeper. People assume Kepa's is, you know, under the fat Frank Lampard we had, that he's shocking like he is. He's a change keeper. He can be a number one keeper if he wants to in another team. Not saying at Chelsea, but this is his games. He comes in these games and he performs. He has to start. I don't want to see Mendy here, man. He's too mentally drained. He's too mentally drained.
Let me just ask you something very quickly. What happened the last time Kepa played in a cup game?
Well, last FA Cup game we won. He said it's been. Let's not talk Carabao Cup. That's not a game he started. Let's talk the last FA Cup game.
Wait a sec. Your big man came in for the penalties because we you know, he was.
Do you expect him to come in when he's in that mindset to come and
listen?
win us
At the end of the day, there is no way in hell. I mean, look, Kepa may start today. Personally, I'd play him against Arsenal. I think people keep forgetting how important this game is. Do not take Palace lightly. Like,
of course,
you play Mendy in this game. I'm sorry, you can't. I get Kepa's played in the cup games. I understand what you're saying, and maybe a break would be good. But Mendy, for me, like, this is our last chance of silverware. And when you're playing in games like this, you have your best players on the pitch. And for me, you have to see it. Like, Kepa's not a better goalie than Mendy. And
I understand that, Jim. Yeah. But I understand that. But when Mendy's mentally drained like this, Kepa is at the moment probably more capable to play. He's more stable. Mendy isn't stable. Did you not see last game? There's many minor mistakes he'll make. His reflection time job because he's just tired. I don't know what it is with him.
He had one game against Real Madrid at home. He was shocking. The away game. He
wasn't any better.
I'm not even having against the away game because the goals that we conceded, the first one, Kepa's not safe.
I'm not blaming for
no one can even use that against Mendy for that one.
No.
And the second goal, I agree. Maybe he could have got down to the right and got a hand to it potentially. If that was Mendy last season, potentially saves that. I don't know, but you're not going to get him playing in the form that he has been playing all season if you just put him on the bench in a game like this. Like,
but it's not to drop him, Jam. It's not to drop his confidence. I agree, but it's just to kind of remind him, hang on, you know, you're at this point where you need a rest. This is what a rotational keeper comes on. He comes on to these type of games to come and perform on these games.
I
understand.
You're going to keep running with this Kepa thing until he's in goal.
But if you're comparing mistakes, you're comparing a guy who's been fantastic in cup games. He comes on for a penalty where, he hasn't played a whole game. He comes on, but then we look at Mendy. He's made major mistakes in games, but we still want to let him play.
I hear what you're saying. I do. I get it. But at the same time, how important has he been this season? He's won us games. He's won us more points than he's lost us. All right, we lost
as well.
No,
he hasn't got us to the stage. We're in the stage for the Kepa. Are we in the stage for the Kepa?
Not over his whole career. He's made more mistakes than he's fucking saved us, Kepa.
I agree. But Tuchel's changed him. That's what I'm saying. There's a change on Tuchel. How are we in this league right now? How are we in this cup?
I'm going to ask Trills. Let's ask Trills this question because he's sitting here waiting. Trills, Kepa or Mendy, and why? What would you do?
I I wouldn't be angry with either, to be fair, because at the end of the day, Kepa's got to play some games. Like, that's just a fact. You got to rotate him. So it's either you rotate him now in a cup game against Crystal Palace, which we're going to have a lot more of the ball and create a lot more chances. So that should, make his life a bit easier. Or you play him in a potentially more important league game. Like I heard someone say play him against Arsenal. I definitely wouldn't do that. I'd probably...
Why not?
Arsenal, they've just lost 3 games in a row. They're going to shoot. Kepa can't. The only problem with Kepa is the long-range shots. They just happen to just go in.
What are you worried about in the league?
bomb.
Because we're two games ahead of Arsenal.
It's not about that. We have to beat Arsenal. It's the bragging rights. They're our biggest rivals. They're the loudest ones. So to lose to them, even if we finish above them, it's not going to be so satisfying.
I just don't feel people take this. Not talking about you directly, but I just don't think people were looking at this semi-final from what I've seen in the chat and stuff, and are saying it's only Palace. We should take this light. We should play Lukaku. We should play Kepa. Like I don't think people get it. It's a semi-final. You play your best team. Like this is our last chance of winning a fucking trophy.
Yeah.
Like, why would we want to make these decisions? I don't get
the only reason why I think people do that is because at the end of the day, in terms of on paper, we are clear of Crystal Palace. So that's one of the reasons why we should have that sort of arrogance over them. But more importantly, their best player, Conor Gallagher, isn't playing. Elise isn't playing. Their starting left back isn't playing. So they on top of the star that's already missing, their squad's even more depleted. So they're going to have a lot of heart. They're not going to go down without a fight. But we should still absolutely clean them off the park.
100%. But at the same time, Zaha, who's their top goal scorer in all competitions, will be playing. And he can be a handful on his day. So they still have good. I know what you're saying. They're a good team. They are a good team. We struggled to break them down last time round. We won 1-0 because of Ziyech in the 89th minute. Do you know what I mean? So this is what I'm saying. People don't need. We should be taking them light. We should be taking it light. But what would you do with this lineup? Would you change much, or do you think we should go with the same same team as what we did against Real Madrid?
Me personally, if I was going to give someone a chance, I'll be giving Chalobah a chance instead of Christensen. I think Christensen, it's unfortunate. If the rumours are true, then I don't see the actual point of giving him more game time. I'd rather give a player who's actually supposed to be having a future at my club more opportunity, more confidence. Like if we was to get to the final now, why am I going to play Christensen in the final? When arguably for me, him and Chalobah are kind of neck and neck. It's just that Christensen can do a bit more things and has more experience, but Chalobah's faster. So it works out. And he can play a few passes that, you wouldn't really expect him to. And he's an aerial threat. So
would you play Timo Werner?
Timo Werner's in good form. So whilst he's in good form, why not? I wouldn't want to swap Lukaku out and you see the whole dynamic change and Chelsea start playing the brand of football that we're not too happy with, where we've just got a lamppost in the box.
Yes, Noah.
Hey man, listen, Timo does a thing, man. He's still dead food, in my opinion, but he's been money, man. He's been delivering, man. And he did it against Real Madrid, best club in the world and all that jazz. And also he did it in the league, man. So you have to start him, man. And also for me that Christensen fella looks checked out, doesn't he? Right? Because he doesn't look the same, in my opinion, because of his contract. He looks checked out. He's not showing passion and desire, and so forth. And that's Chalobah should start because he needs a game and it's Crystal Palace, man. Come on.
I don't think he starts this game.
Jam, you're making it out as if Crystal Palace are Barcelona, man.
And people making it out as if they're just going to be a blowing of listen, we can beat them on our day quite comfortably. I get that, but I'm still playing my strongest team. I'm not bringing in players that have not been in form. I'm sorry.
But Jam, even players like Lukaku and them, man, they're still good enough to beat Palace, though.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Wait a sec. Lukaku played against Palace last game round and he got pocketed by Anderson. The only reason we won that game again is because Ziyech scored.
Come on, Lukaku, man. I think you lot are harsh on him, man. The lad
he deserves it.
A couple of injuries, and he
He
gets a lot of flack from the fan base, and
he deserves it.
The fucking brain injury. That's the only injury he had.
then just think that like if you do play to his strengths and play more direct,
What
he
is
does
his
better
strengths?
and
Mate,
gets
can someone tell
consistent
me?
chances because
I
you
can't
don't
tell
really
you.
get consistent chances. And for me, he buys the chances, man.
He should be. I agree with you, but he's not doing it, is he, right now? And he's not played for how many God knows games. The last game he played, he missed a sitter with his head, but outside against Real Madrid at
But
home, which could have.
Jem, every
brought us back.
world-class player has
Yeah,
deficiencies, though.
No,
And
no, no,
the
no, no.
fact
I'm not
that
having this.
his
We
goal
bought
scoring
him in to
ability
score them goals, Noah.
outweighs
the
that.
kid
And
100
really
million. He
respect
shouldn't be
is a
having more
world-class
deficiencies.
player.
everyone misses a
The
sitter, man.
conversation is over. He called him world-class player. Let's move on.
Swap
Alex.
Havertz and Werner or something. Just
Yeah.
is
I
this
don't
supposed to be
know.
intentional?
Alonso will do better job up front than Lukaku. I bet you money on it.
Alex, how you doing?
I'm good, man.
Good to hear. So, how are you feeling today, mate? Are you agreeing that we should be looking at a Palace as like an
It's
easy
like a
game?
semi-final of a cup.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
put your
That's what I'm
strongest team, man.
Yeah.
No Chalaba shit. Come on. 2 penalties in the last 2 games. Yeah, let's give him a chance. For the third one, like literally, for the third penalty shot.
Mm.
That's how we're looking at it. And if people put a Chalaba at the same breath as Christensen, you're mad. The kid doesn't know where he. I'd rather play if y'all not happy with Christensen. I will still better play Aspilicueta in that position than Chalaba. There's no
Wow.
way. There's no
Aspilicueta
way
versus
Chalaba.
Zaha.
Man, he's
Aspilicueta
good
versus
defensively,
Zaha played
man.
for
He has a
7
good reading
seasons
of the
before,
game, man.
where he did
He's
fine.
not in anything, man.
Aspilicueta
He
right
Plus,
now.
it's not
is in
Aspilicueta.
decline, man. Those 1-2s just finish him. He's too slow.
The way Zaha dives, the way Zaha complains, the way
for me,
Zaha
but my
treats the
counter argument
players,
is
he
is
will
that
literally make a meal out of Chalaba. He will make it personal. He will
He's a good
make him.
player. Yeah, he's a good player.
He
I
will
agree.
make it personal. I think actually it could be this a situation where we play. What's his name? Even James.
That's what I
The same
said. Yeah.
system.
Yeah,
The way
I could
Sam we played against Real Madrid and stuff like that.
Well, you could see James come in there, and you could see maybe Ruben play there again. I
Nah.
don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I
it could
don't
happen.
know.
I think Ruben will start, but I don't want this man, bro. I don't want Ruben starting.
I
over
really
Ruben.
don't
for me,
care who plays today as long as it's a strong team.
will do well, man. He has a good
I
recovery
just woke
pace,
up
man.
because I heard
And,
I thought I was
and it's
dreaming.
very
Somebody
important
said
as a
Kepa
centre
should
back to
start,
have it, man.
but it wasn't a
Nah,
dream.
you're not dreaming, Alex. You're not dreaming.
I know it wasn't.
It's facts.
Alex,
I know
bro.
it wasn't. I
Alex,
pinched
mate.
myself. I pinched myself
Chalaba has
on
a
every
good
place.
recovery pace, man. Come on.
We're talking about the goalkeeper, Nona. We finished talking about the
Chalaba.
recovery pace.
But listen,
First-
what's your thoughts on Kepa and Mendy with Matt? Do you still think that Kepa should start this game, Alex, or do you feel like no, you play
What?
Mendy even though he's been great form?
What? I couldn't
Why?
hear you.
I said with regards to Kepa and Mendy, obviously you know what
Tell
Matt's
the
like.
truth,
anyway.
I'm the same way. I really don't care. I always rated Kepa more than, not as much as I have a stuffed pillow of Kepa beside me like Matt, but I rate Kepa, but I don't think he's that good. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I've like he's a good goalkeeper. Lampard did the number of bunch of players, and like literally the ratings of players, especially in a defense transition. I blame it on Lampard system, and we got exposed by the same If you forgot how bad we were under Lampard in transitions, just think of the first leg of Real Madrid. That's how bad it was. That's how bad we actually was. And how do you think Kepa should have done throughout that season? You see what I'm saying? Like the fact is the goalkeeper relies on your back line. Like they go hand in hand.
Yeah, but the back line gets confidence from your goalkeeper as well. That's the other thing.
No,
as well,
it's not.
That
It's
just cancels
actually
out each other.
goalkeeper gets.
But Jem,
It's
man,
actually
like,
goalkeeper
your
gets
fans
out of back line.
are so
No, but the back. No,
flip-floppy,
if
man.
I know because when you're a defender and you've got someone behind you that you know is going to make a save, you're more comfortable in making certain choices. When you're not and you don't know what's
Facts,
going,
man.
it does affect the defense. I'm telling you, it really does
but
affect the defense.
It affects both ways. It's equal both ways.
Exactly. It goes both ways.
Hey,
Like I
Jem.
said, I don't think Kepa is the same level as Mendy. But
man.
I really don't care. I think he's a good goalkeeper. I don't think he's 150.
He could come in today, but I'd rather play him. I know I keep saying it. I'd actually prefer him to play against Arsenal.
To be fair, Mendy been having stinkers the last 3-4 games. So I wouldn't be surprised if he dropped.
Man. He's had more good games than bad games, man. And
that's why you
No,
Arsenal
50
fans,
season.
because if you put your team the way you speak, that's why you that if you don't make changes when you drop in the form and think that last season he was a Golden Glove nominee, that we will still play with Jorginho in the middle.
Yeah, I'm telling you now, Thomas Tuchel is not dropping Mendy. He's not dropping him whatsoever. He like,
and I think that's a mistake. I think that's going to be a massive mistake. Like he didn't do it against Brentford. Those consequences.
But why would it be a mistake? Why can't he turn it around? Why can't he then just find
He possibly could turn around, but against a team like right now, where you said it's a must-win game, and when someone's declining on form, I would put them on the bench for one game to show, hang on, you're out of form, justify your reasons why you're out of form, and come back in the next one. It's not like we're dropping you forever. It's one game, and I think this is a game for Kepa. He deserves to start in this game.
If Kepa comes in and we lose because of a stupid error,
just said he made a little mistake. He fucking made it like 4 games in a row, man.
He cost us the tie. I'll be honest, he cost us the tie.
He did cost him and Kante cost us the tie.
Facts.
Him and Kante were part of the reasons why.
But Jem, you look at a Jem as well. Like you're saying that you're going straight to negatives. What if he does this? Well, what if you make 7, 13, 14 good saves?
Like,
we
it's
can't
exactly the same thing about Mendy. This is what I'm saying.
I'm saying, but yeah, you're the one who jumped to that. That's just if, buts, and hows. Like you can't assume that. But if we're gonna say hypothetically, then I don't know. I don't know what to say to that because I don't think that'll happen.
Kepa has to play because we need to play him. We need to get some value out of him. I do still think that having a second goalie on a contract that he's on is too much anyway. I do think if we can get rid of him, we should get rid of him.
I think his wages are too high as well for a second keeper. I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
But, there is other options out there. Who it is, I don't know. I don't want to get into that right now. But going into this game, I just think that... Look, I agree. Look, Kepa can play today. It wouldn't surprise me. If he was on the pitch, it wouldn't surprise me. I just feel that people are looking at this game not too serious and just going, we're playing.
I'm looking very seriously, Jen. That's why I'm starting Kepa over Mendy today.
Jorginho plays. That's why I'm starting Kepa. Does Jorginho play today? I think he probably does.
I think he does as well. I think Kante's as well, another one who's tired like Mendy.
I know Alex's faults on Jorginho, so it's not even worth talking about it. But I can hear background noise. Why can I hear some background noise?
I don't know what that is. Just with the front as well, Jem. Is Werner and Havertz, is that intentionally like that? You're going to put Werner up front?
I think
they interchange anyway.
When you look at what Werner has been doing, he doesn't find himself here anymore. He's not limited to sitting here. He seems to have more of a freedom role to press from the front. So I feel
he's
like
doing his job, yeah.
I think all three interchange. I can't remember what match it was that we saw. I think it was Southampton. I saw every single one of them in each other's roles.
Yeah. No. I agree. But I think when we're out of possession, if you notice very quickly and why we win the ball back so quickly, is that Mount and Havertz drop deeper to help Kovacic and whoever it is in midfield to win the ball back quicker. So I think they play a little bit off Werner just for that just to win the ball back. But not that Werner don't do it, because we saw him defending as well in parts against Real Madrid. But I think Werner's ideally the one that you leave up there to just like try and hit behind. Do you know what I mean, with his pace, which we can see. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm expecting us to win. We know that Liverpool have made it through as well. That's going to be a fun one, isn't it? Liverpool getting the final if we get there. Kazi, how you doing, mate?
I'm okay. How's everyone? All right?
You went and changed your appearance on the. You went back and changed your appearance. You didn't think did you look good for the stream?
Yeah, man, yeah. You have to wear the blue thing. It's just playing tonight, so I've got to wear that blue.
So what are you saying?
How's everyone?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. What are you saying about today's game? Are you confident? Do you think we should play a strong team, a very strong team, or do you feel like maybe Kepa coming in, Lukaku coming in?
Yeah, mate. Arsenal. Of course I do, man. I think it's got to go very, very strong because Arsenal lost yesterday and Tottenham lost, and they are closer to us in the league. So they dropped 3 points. So now, when it's the game, we can afford to draw now, right? So I think he's got to the final now. But I'm going to go back to the point about Mandy because I already spoke about that in my stream, right? I think Mandy, mate, and I agree. I was listening to Alex as well. I think he made too many mistakes there, man. Bad mistakes. It's been dreadful. I highlighted his feet. He's got bad feet. He's not good with his feet. And we actually play from the back. So sooner or later, Tuchel got to sort this out. If he decided to play in the back like every big team does, right? City and Liverpool, he's got to work out in training ground on his feet, right? So I think because Tuchel likes the finals and he likes to make history with Chelsea, he's going to start a strong team. I think Mandy going to start today. I would like to drop him, but Kepa's not any better, man. So
I disagree with this thing of, like, people forget that since Tuchel come in, Mendy and his form, as of recent, has been absolutely tremendous. None of us here thought that Mendy would be in the position that he is now in terms of it. When we brought him in, it was a thing of stopgap, come and do a job, at least be able to catch a ball because Kepa can't do it. That's how I felt about it. This is based upon Kepa's issues. He's come in and he's stepped up massively. And what people, I think, forget is that when you compare what he has done since the beginning of the season to now, and I agree that he's not great with his feet. I don't think he's better than Kepa when it comes to his feet. I think Kepa's more comfortable with that. I do, however, feel that he has improved on it slightly because I remember at the beginning of the season, he could even kick a ball out properly. Like now, he has. Look,
he can do it now?
No, he can do it because I think we have in games that we've won convincingly, and when we always play from the back, he's been our goalie, and he has been playing out from the back quite comfortably. Yes, he's had moments where he's fucked up recently, and I agree. But if you look at his overall form since Tuchel's come in this system, he's done okay. He's done his thing. And playing the ball out from the back, he's done it quite comfortably. So he
People
can do it.
forget that goal in the Champions League final comes from Mendy. Superb ball straight to Chilwell. He just might not be consistent, but for a goalkeeper,
what year Championship League this season?
They talk about last year's.
No, he's talking about the final.
Yeah, the final when he knocked the ball over the top to, and then I think we scored from it.
What about this season?
No, you need to listen. He's now there, isn't he? In the Arsenal lad. Listen, you got to shave your hair, bro. I had the deal in it.
Relax,
you got to cut your hair.
Relax, man.
No, I'm not relaxing, bro. It was a deal, and you got to stick with it. So I fancy him starting Mandy tonight, man. He want to go all the way to the final, and I think he's gonna start Mandy tonight. I think what people don't understand, Jim, today, right? I think it's gonna be very, very tricky game.
Yeah.
I'm Zaha today. Remember this?
Zaha,
I think
man.
Zaha today could kick Chelsea out. I'm telling you that right now. I think Ballas is going to be out for the task.
See, why are we always thinking on the negative side? Let's think positive.
You get it. We're scared of one guy in Palace. One guy, not their system, not 11 guys. One guy has us scared.
As well.
Well, Karim Benzema and Vinicius was only two guys, isn't it?
So you're comparing Karim Benzema and Vinicius.
No, I'm using your logic.
I was saying Modric. No. Bro, I know what you're trying to say.
I'm using your logic. He's saying one guy. I'm using your logic. He's saying one guy, right? Zaha is. I'm telling you that right now. Listen, first of all, Wembley's big. It's a big pitch.
Where's Crystal Palace in the table right now? Do you know?
10th.
Why did he tell him? I just wanted to see if he knew. Because for all this talk about a team that is not even in the top half of the table, that a team that we should uphold our squad to be, Chelsea Football Club, all this negativity, it doesn't add up. Because if we were talking to rivals, if we were talking to Arsenal fans, we would big ourselves up like we're the mighty Chelsea. But it's Crystal Palace and one man Zaha with no Elise, with no Conor Gallagher that was scared.
The problem is it's a semi-final.
It don't make sense.
Is Elise out?
It's a semi-final.
Let's hear it from my guy. What does it mean if Crystal Palace? Wait. If Crystal Palace in 14-13 place, what does that mean?
I tell you what, it would be like us playing Southampton in this semi-final. I still think we'll absolutely wipe the floor with them. They can give it a good try. They could, stretch us and give us a hard game because it is the magic of the FA Cup. Fair enough. But we shouldn't be scared or negative.
Remember when Wigan won the FA Cup? Remember when Wigan won the FA Cup and they got relegated that season?
That's my boy, Alex. Alex, that's my point. I mean, listen, bro.
People said that the last round.
Villarreal.
People said that the last round.
Just be scared.
They've knocked
Yeah,
out
Villarreal just
Tottenham and
kicked
Manchester
Bayern
United.
Munich out, right? Villarreal just kicked Bayern Munich out. This is football, bro. We're talking
Which
about
was
FA
confidence.
Cup,
man.
Huh?
FA Cup
Villarreal have better players
semi-final.
than Crystal Palace, man.
I think
No,
we-
but I
I
get
think
what,
we're
but I get
under-
what Kasim's saying. No, but Kasim, I think
Underestimating.
I know what Kasim's saying. I know what the Truls is saying.
Football,
But-
mate. Football.
But we can't diss our confidence, Samuel, as well. Like I get what
Brentford is
Kasim's
not
saying.
top four, but
You got
beat
to
us
remember.
4-1.
Look, hold on 1 second. You know, let me be honest with you. I'm putting it into context. Chelsea went out of the Champions League, and that loss scarred Tuchel and the squad. Tuchel said already, if we don't play 100%, there's no point. This team can't function on anything less than 100%. When I watched us play Southampton, I saw the message finally got in, because it didn't get in after the Brighton game. That's why we still went and performed the way we did. The Brentford game. That's why we still went and performed the way we did against Madrid in the first leg. So now he's spoken to them. They seem to have resonated. Only because of that is why I don't think we're going to have a unforeseen circumstance against Crystal Palace today, because it seems like the boys, they're hurt. They went out of Europe. They know this is the only trophy to play for. They're going to give it their all, 100% guaranteed.
We already
That's the
won
only
2
reason why.
trophies
That's
this
what I'm
season.
saying.
FYI.
Okay. So,
We
sorry,
won 2
what's your
trophies.
name, my man? What's your name? Sorry, I can't read my name. It's a bit small here. What's your name? Sorry?
Truls.
Truth.
Truth.
Yeah,
That's his name.
yeah, Jones, mate. Listen, what are you saying is sound good, innit? But listen, let's go back to Christmas time, November time, when we played Burnley at home. We were top of the league that time. Remember that? We played Everton under 21. Right? I'm pretty sure Tuchel went in the dressing room and I had a serious word. Right? So football doesn't work like that. Okay? We're talking about Crystal.
Jerry, come on now. We know the
Listen,
context.
bro.
of that time
Let me
period.
talk, bro. I didn't interrupt you. Let me talk.
Go on.
We're talking about Crystal Palace, right? Semi-final FA Cup. We just been hurting by Champions League. I can get over it. I'm still flat. I'm not gonna lie, right? And we're talking about good Crystal Palace side under Patrick Vieira. Draw 0-0 with City. Smashed Arsenal 3-0. We just beat them 1-0. If you go back to the 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, right? When you talk about FA Cup semi-final, mate, okay, it's a cup semi-final. Anything can happen. Don't take anything for granted, bro. Right? Look at City yesterday. First half. That is the worst first half I see under Pep Guardiola. Right? So football, it doesn't work like that. You got to turn up. You have to have the right mentality, and don't take anything for granted. That's why I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
I
man.
think it's going to be a very tough game tonight. That's what I'm
Of course
saying.
it is.
Oh,
But
What's
it's
your
definitely
prediction?
going to be, especially if
Wait, Quazim, what's your score prediction for the game? Honestly.
It's tough. I'm telling you, tough. I bought Chelsea to win 2-1. But I think it's tough. I think I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie. I'm worried. I'm worried.
Yeah,
It's tough
the other
game.
one is Kasim.
That's fair. That's fair. So I don't disagree with you too much then. But I would just say, as a Chelsea fan, knowing all the full context, knowing that they're missing 3 of their key players, knowing that we're in good form and we've got a point to prove, it's only if we had, let's say, just beaten Madrid, you know, players are all cruising, then I'll be standing exactly with you saying, you know what, the players might be floating in la la land and upsets coming. But because there's nothing to be happy about, the season's basically finished. This is the last thing we have to play for. Go out today. All Chelsea fans are going to be furious. I don't see an upset. I'll be honest with you. I just don't see it.
Oi, Truls,
doesn't
man.
happen.
Truls, bro. Like, you're right, bro. Like, Palace is not the be all and end all, but it's gonna be tough because
Of
they
course.
need to get
It's
something as
semi-final.
well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, and like to be honest, like, for the semi final, you have to start both. It's a semi in it, and you need to get over the line. And like for Derby Day, you start your best keeper, man. Do you know what I mean? And
You know
that's
what it is, right?
always happens, man.
I know what
The truth-
I have a
the truth-
solution for Kepa Mendy. Start them both. One is a right wing back, another one is goal.
Fuck.
The
We
truth,
need
the,
someone
truth
out
is,
with
the truth is this, right? Can we lose this game today? Yes, we can. And why I agree that they're missing players and we should be winning this game comfortably. How can we lose this game? And when I think about how we can lose this game,
continuity look.
it's 2 things. One is set up, how we set up, and 2 is personnel that are within the setup, i.e., having one of them inconsistent performances, which we have seen a number of times this season, where we're not moving the ball quick enough, we're too slow, they're ghosts. Our forwards become ghosts. Like that can happen. We've seen it. Let's not act like we don't have.
That's why you put Jorginho in the middle in your starting lineup.
No, that starting lineup I done was Tuchel's, I think. Anyway, but to be honest, I would have had Kante, but I still think Jorginho will start just because he's played a lot of minutes, isn't he, Kante? So
Kante's even still fasting now. I wouldn't even want him to play now.
So
He wouldn't have broke his fast.
as well.
But he did that last season, though. I mean, I don't get this fasting excuse. He did it last season against Madrid.
I know, but this season, he's a year older. And
Yeah, man.
if we're being honest,
Same as
it's
Mendy.
starting-
man.
Same as Mendy.
If
I
we're
don't
being
know.
honest, it's starting to show now.
What going for him, man?
But I know, but that's true. I still want to start Kante anyway.
Jules,
I think
what
Jorginho
going
has to
for
start this
Conte,
game.
man? Man's been
Jorginho
man.
has to
Can't
start
lie.
this game. You said,
Has
Matt?
to start. Jorginho has to
Yeah,
start
he has to,
because
he
I
has
wouldn't
to.
start Loftus-Cheek and Kante.
No,
is,
I'm saying Jorginho and who? And Kante?
Alex,
Cover.
man.
Cover. No,
Do you think
Jorginho cover.
Jorginho
Drive and
has
cover like
been
each other.
hindering
They got good
Conte
chemistry.
because Conte is recovering for his mistakes, man? Do you agree, Alex?
I didn't hear what you said.
what did he say?
I didn't hear
Yes or
what you
no,
said,
man?
man.
What did you
Yes.
say?
I don't know. Yes.
He just said, "Is Jorginho
Yes.
the best midfielder?"
I
And he
just
said
said
yes.
yes. I don't know what he asked, but I said yes.
We didn't
He
hear
asked if
what you
Jorginho is the best midfielder.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying is Kante is recovering for Jorginho's lack of pace in it, and it's making him injured, right? And
Yes. God damn, I answered yes.
that's what I was trying to
Blindly,
say,
I
man.
answered yes.
You Aussie, you Aussie Kepa lover, man.
Trying to make sure he twists his words.
Yeah, look, it's gonna. I mean, Hassan, you there?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
mate.
clearly.
Yeah. I was just listening to what you guys were saying, and I'll be honest with you, despite what's it called, having the man advantage or the personnel advantage with them not having Conor Gallagher and the key players, bro. We got Anthony Taylor. Let's be honest, bro. He's a crap referee, and I just don't know what to say. It depends. He's one of them referees where he's either gonna be the self-attention,
Fuck's sake.
the self-attention seeking referee, or is he gonna be a standard crappy referee for both? But I just think, like, besides all the BS and stuff, even though it's an FA Cup, we should be wiping the floor with them. But that's the thing, it is the FA Cup, it is a cup competitions. Upsets can happen. I could see Palace going all the way I saw Leicester last season go all the way. Or we could see us go to the final and have a Liverpool rematch.
Do you know what I'll say, Hassan, to that is that if we, for some weird reason, lose this game today, we have let down football again because Liverpool are on this quadruple madness thing, or their fans are anyway.
I mean,
win it all. So we have to save the world, and Palace are not beating Liverpool. Sorry, Liverpool.
Vieira could do a route volley, man. he could repeat it.
We can't be fucking this up. Do you know what I mean? It really can't be doing that. Yeah. So let's do score predictions anyway. Trills, what are you saying? How confident are you with the scoreline? Let's go.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not confident with the scoreline. I'm just confident Chelsea will make it through for the final.
Stressed, man.
That's what I will say.
Right.
I don't care whether it's on penalties,
Yes or no?
extra time, however the team's going to do it. I just can confirm to you, Thomas Tuchel is leaving Wembley as a finalist. That's all I can say. Because, like you said, it will come down to our lineup. And what else did you say? The two things you said that we can lose on
personnel. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And those two things are in Thomas Tuchel's hands. And I trust my manager to the highest level, like I've never trusted any manager before. So as long as those two things are in his control, Liverpool, we'll see you in the final. That's it.
I can't wait for that if we get them again. I actually really want them so badly as well.
I need vengeance.
They keep acting like they're not scared. They are, mate. Trust me. I was sitting next to two Liverpool fans in that Carabao Cup, and they were just like sweating next to me. They were like, "Man, like you should be beating us like 2-3-0 in this game." Like, they did not like what they saw.
Liverpool as well, man.
They don't like us simply because they can't beat us. They can't score past us in a 90-minute
3
game.
games and they haven't beat us in
Yeah,
120 minutes.
Exactly.
man.
Clowns.
That's why I don't like Liverpool, man.
Matt, what are you saying? Kepa in goal, penalties. What are you saying?
Nah, 2-0. And also just to Sosa, the clown, and the other guy, Lohali, I don't know how to say his name. But I think that fasting is easy. Fasting is very hard, but when you've got when they've done it multiple times and they've performed it multiple times. They killed it last season while they were fasting. It's no excuse. They've been doing it for years. They perform well while they're doing it. Don't use it as an excuse for players' downfall. But for this game, 2-0, kept a clean sheet. Let's versus Liverpool, because I genuinely think we can beat them. I think when we're underdogs, we're evil. We're evil team.
Kepa or Mendy clean sheet, yeah?
No, just Kepa. No, Kepa or Mendy. Kepa or Mendy. Obviously, I'm backing my team.
Come on, man. I don't want to see that agenda. I can smell it.
I don't have an agenda. Yeah.
Mate, you got a picture of Kepa's face on your thing. What is
bro,
that?
that's the sound, bro. What's the sound? I'm looking. What the fuck is this?
It's not even Kepa's face. It's like Kepa on him.
Yeah, I know.
It's scary.
It's
He
like
is Kepa. He's turning into Kepa right now.
you don't look like Kepa. You look
You're
more
Kepa
like
fanboy.
what's that
anyone.
Armenian? What's that Armenian player plays for United?
Oh my
Used to play for United. Armenian player. What's his name? Came from
Mkhitaryan.
Borussia.
Mkhitaryan.
Mkhitaryan. Yeah, you
Mkhitaryan.
look like a Mkhitaryan.
Every week there's a new one. I put up a tweet yesterday. Every week there's a new one. I'm adding that to it.
No, look at
He doesn't look like
Mkhitaryan's face.
Mkhitaryan.
I don't know anything.
You look
Every
more
week there's a
like
new
him
one.
than
I'm
Kepa,
adding
man.
it to a list. I don't look at anything like
Man,
Kepa. I don't look at anything.
Mkhitaryan. Oh my god.
I'm not, bro, like
That's why I thought he's Armenian first when I saw
there's a
him.
rule in
His face
football,
with his
that
nose.
says
Those
you never drop
Armenian
the best in
nose.
the world, man.
Nah, so that's 11, isn't it?
Because the
They seem
best
nice.
in the world always delivers.
Oh my god,
And the
Hassan, what is
best in
that
the world
picture,
is
bro?
Mendy, man. You know what I mean?
That's
There's
not
some
me.
guy that looks like him.
What the hell?
In the world.
There's so many lookalikes. Every day I wake up to
Tell
a
me
new
this
fucking
guy
Maybe-
don't look like him.
No fucking
No,
way.
hold on a
No
second. Hold on a
shot.
second. Let's do the DNA test. See if those two are brothers.
Is that Matt? Matt, what are you doing?
Ask your father.
Oh
where-
my god.
Hassan, where are you from? Hassan, where are you from?
Me?
Yeah.
That's not me, man. That's someone else.
Oh, I thought it was you, man.
What the fuck is that?
Alex,
Every
bear
week
like
there's
you,
a
bro.
new one.
That's your face,
Yeah.
Matt. What the fuck is that? That's your...
Matt, is that you?
Every week there's a new one, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Every
Alex,
week
bro.
there's a fucking new one. I
Um,
swear to God.
Alex, what you saying? You're gonna say something stupid, didn't you? Go on, so.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, let's do the, what's the DNA test, like, for...
Tell me this guy don't
Maybe
look
he
like him.
has, like, a Mkhitaryan cousins. He's dead.
Turn.
What's your score predictions, Alex?
5-0. Jorginho hat-trick on the penalties, man.
It's gonna
Come
happen
on.
one day. I swear.
Alex,
It's gonna happen one
man,
day.
don't be that cruel, man. Allow Crystal Palace.
Nah.
Give them a goal at least, man.
What did you say? 2? You went 2-1, didn't you? If I'm right.
I think it's gonna be a tough game, man. I really do.
2-1.
Yeah, man. Listen, I have to back my team, but I think it's gonna be a tough game.
All right, fair enough. Do you think Lukaku starts?
Oh, good question. That. No, I think Kai Havertz start. The reason I'm saying that because Arsenal lost, so
Yeah.
he's gonna. That's it. The similar team start against Madrid. He will start. I think very much. I'm not sure about Kanté, but I think Kai Havertz will start in the front because I'm pretty sure before the Premier League kickoff yesterday, we'd be thinking about we'll start Lukaku and risk Kai Havertz and game in 60 minutes for Arsenal game Wednesday night. But now after Arsenal and Tottenham lost, I think Kai Havertz will start.
Wow.
Cool, Matt's brother.
3-0 Chelsea.
3-0 Chelsea. What are you saying now?
Me,
Yeah.
boy, it's gonna be tough, innit? But I'm going for 2-0 Chelsea, innit? But so which is pretty much expected, and as well, like hope that your players and like our players like get this derby, man, on Wednesday, man. Like I want to see some crunching tackles and red cards, man, mostly for Chelsea. So yeah.
I don't want to see that.
This guy, no, man.
Kasim, I'm not getting gassed. I'm just saying I want to see crunching tackles, man. And they
All
don't
right.
like this softness in football, man. Football's about getting on the end of crosses, man, and score and taking shots, man. Playing this good football, intricate, is a lot of propaganda, man.
Yeah, fair enough. Is he eating hot yam? Who's eating hot yam? That one's eating. Anyway, I'm going with a 3-0 Chelsea. Timo Werner, Havertz,
Come on.
and and Kovacic.
King Kai.
It's a random player.
Kovacic don't score for you guys, man.
What? She's going to score one of them like random, like outside the box side foot passes that go into the bottom corner. That he does.
Aye,
But
man.
anyway, we'll see.
But on the side note, man, Derby Day, man. Man, I don't like how you Chelsea fans are kind of putting brushing this game aside, you know, because it's still a big boy game, man. Oh man, what
The
fuck are you
Alex
doing,
guy, man. This Alex guy.
Alex, bro.
He does a bit. He does a bit. It's the face, isn't it?
Every
time,
Arab
bro.
looking guy looks like me. Apparently, for fuck's sake,
Stop
every day is a
talking
new
about
one.
us.
Hey, yo,
Arsenal
hey,
United
Z-Boy,
man.
man, you got generic face, man.
God,
Why, bro?
generic. I know it's pretty
Man,
generic.
like, listen, yeah, like, bro,
Yeah, on penalties,
for
Angel.
the Wednesday game, bro, I want to see crunching tackles, man.
Okay. Oh,
Alex,
okay.
stop, man.
Maybe I see it now
Alex, bro.
a little bit.
Alex, bro.
Shit,
Alex, bro.
man.
Alex.
That-
Alex. Yo, Alex,
Oh,
bro. Do you want to see crunching tackles on Wednesday, man? Because I hope you guys will love the old proper Chelsea Arsenal game, man, where there's tackles and red cards, man. It's so
I mean,
good,
maybe
man.
you lot might do that because
Because
I guess you're missing your striker.
Premier
You might
League
play an
referees
extra
are
centre back.
soft, man. People should allow crunching tackles, man.
Yeah. Well,
so lost, man. I have no idea what's going on.
yeah. Anyway, guys, make sure that you smash the like button. Get this over 100 likes. Subscribe to the channel as well. We're well, I was going to do a match reaction later, but I've got to go on Lorenz's channel because I promised him yesterday. So yeah, I'll probably do a match reaction tomorrow because it's Bank Holiday Monday. So you
Oi,
know,
bro.
we're not going to be doing much anyway. So we
Oi,
can talk
Jem,
about hopefully.
let's do a mini Derby Day preview, man.
Yeah, we will do a Derby Day preview, 100%. Yeah, Wednesday.
Like
Wednesday.
Alex, bro. Like
Alex,
man,
I think he fancies
are
you,
you
man.
looking
He's
forward
I
to
know,
the game,
man. Dude,
Because this is
I'm not
probably
as
going to
generic
be a
as
very
Matt,
good
man.
game, man.
Hey, yo, give him an autograph, man.
Who the hell's this? Matt looks like Faye.
oh my god.
Yo.
No, allow me.
Oh,
Oi, Jem, you need to do it.
Boy, man.
Oi, Matt, you might as well do a
bro.
stream, man. The lookalike
Oh
stream.
my
Find your.
Bro, I put this on yesterday. Everyone was calling me this on the terrace. I'm like,
Oh, I
Hey,
found it.
Matt.
I found it. Yeah.
Hey,
Let's have a
Matt,
look
bro.
at it.
Hey, Matt,
Fuck's
bro.
Bro, you're taking the piss, but there's no fucking way. You're taking the
Man,
fucking
Jem,
piss.
bro. Matt looks like a nerd, man.
That's fair enough.
Hey, yo,
How?
guys, man, this is a Chelsea show, not a Matt roast show, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jem,
Matt, you
bro.
need to do a separate
Jem,
stream, man. Bully me.
Matt, you need to go and find your dad, your actual real dad, and DM
Bro, I
him.
probably have too many. I don't know which one's mine.
Your real dad
Oi.
must have like donated his sperm or something to like
Oi, Jem.
thousands of women across the world. And
Oi,
this is
Jem,
all
listen,
like,
yeah.
you out there now. What's that film with
Brothers.
what's his name?
I got
Where
rich
he had-
brothers. I got rich brothers.
Hey, Matt, the one in the profile picture looks the
Jem,
most
let me
like
tell
you,
something,
man.
yeah? For me,
If it does.
let me tell you when I recognize an Arsenal player. I recognize like Arsenal players that
The
kick
guy have a
Chelsea
conversation on
and
his own.
Tottenham players.
No,
Once you kick
no.
Chelsea players and so forth, you're an Arsenal player to me. Do you know what I mean?
All right.
All right. Anyway, guys, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with the reaction show tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the day. Hopefully, Chelsea win the game, right? Hope Chelsea walk away with the win. Still over 100
Come on, you Chelsea.
here as well. Big up to everyone that was been tuned in
Big
for
up,
this
bro.
show as well. Come on, the
Let's
Chelsea.
go,
Let's get
let's
the job
get it.
done. Let's win this. Let's
I
get
got
it.
an. Hold on, I got another.
Oh,
I got the picture
Hey.
when what's his name? When Matt is gonna retire. When Matt.
Oh my!
what? This is a white guy now.
Hey, yo, Matt, man, you got genetic
It's anyone
face.
with dark curly hair,
It's just a white guy. What the hell? It's got blue eyes. What? It's just,
Yeah, but he
they
has
just run
your
out random
nose.
white men.
They all
Random
fancy
white
you, man.
men.
They all fancy you. They're all looking for your twins and that.
Oh, I know, right?
Big up, guys. Big up to everyone. Still over 100. See you later. I'll be back later. Peace out. Let's go. Up the.
Kepa starting, clean sheet.
Find Matt's real dad.